Hello and welcome everyone to BFME2 patch 1.09 HD edition. Today we got 2 versus 2 on map Udun IV, which is just a reskin for Udun. Nothing out of the ordinary. Our players are going to be Boyz Kira. His teammate is going to be noobgod. Such a clever name. And on the other side we got someone from team ISTARI, and another player is going to be Dwarven Cartoug. Cartoug, I guess he was playing 1.06 most of the time, if I'm not mistaken. So we got Cartoug starting with double pretty decent macro managed mineshafts and half the King's Man, which is a little bit out of range of the fortress. We got also Discovery Trig over here with Thunderland. A little bit misplaced, but overall I guess that Kira was able to find out what his opponent is. Yes, exactly, he saw the carpet, he saw the edge of the fortress, so he is aware that okay, my opponent is a dwarf, he may definitely rush me at this point, and this is actually what's going to happen. On the other side, Lar, we're gonna call him Lar, let's call him Lar, because there is no other name. No, there is no other name, ISTARI La. We're gonna call him Larry, or Larry, let's stick with Larry. Larry just used Crab Eyes and he scoured both the opponents, I suppose, and he realized, okay, both of them are going Mordor, both of them are going Orc Pits, double Orc Pits, and what I'm going to do is just go and rush them, which is pretty decent idea, especially when your opponent doesn't have archers yet on the battlefield, which will end soon enough. There is another Orc Pit, pretty decent placement actually. The half of the Uruk Pit though, the already Orc Pit is the same as the Slaughterhouse, so it's not a tough structure. So it's easy to be taken down, but it bought time for the Orc Archers to appear on the map, and now definitely noobgod will be able to clear up those Urukhais. They will not be able to destroy any of those slaughterhouses, or I'm mistaken, we'll see. On the other side, orcs are working on this mineshaft, and we saw that this orc pit has been taken down by the pikes, so this was the first battalion that we missed actually, but I can tell you that there was only pikes and one battalion of guardians, I suppose. And we got level 2 on them because of this, 2.5, because of the running call, and yeah, taking down the orc pit. As I said, orc pit is as tough as slaughterhouse, not tough at all. Let's check the other side. We got really quick forge works after how many mineshafts? 3, 4? Actually 4 mineshafts, so it's not that big of the deal. On the side of his teammate, Larry decided to go for like 3 triangle furnaces into the work pit, which is pretty decent, but you don't have lots of resources to work with. He will be able also to catch and force cancellation the slaughterhouse, so this is pretty intense game, it seems. From the very beginning we are rushing, something that I don't really like, but I guess it's working out most of the time. Is there a wall up? No, it was a statue, and I think the statue been taken down. Statue been taken down? Maybe. So forge works will receive level 2, so we're gonna see battle wagons, and on the other side, okay, you're going for battle wagons, I will use some sterlings on the battlefield. Now let's check actually the amount of command points for each of the player. Kira got 500 command points. Larry, which is over here, got 400 command points. noobgod got 350, so it means that he got only like 2 or 3 slaughterhouses exactly. And Dwarf Empire, it seems that got 450 actually. Wow, nice, because of those mineshafts over there. But those mineshafts will be taken down. As you can see, 8 resources per square is not a big deal. And this mineshaft was only here to sneak units, which actually our Dwarf Empire is not able to achieve, because his orc, or rather Mordor opponent, just use and create tons of units and force him to stay in his base, which will change at the moment because of this battle wagon, I suppose. We're gonna see Banekari nearby units will receive 25% of damage and 25% of faster gaining experience. Another great exactly, which should be done in the first place, Thunderland was used, but the pikes need to appear here and take down the furnace. I'm not even saying take down the battle wagon because it's going to be hard, but you can take down structures. Structures are not moving, so definitely take them down is a pretty decent idea. On his teammate we got Nazgul, and I really like what noobgod has done. From the first hero that he wants to get on the battlefield, he got Doom Speeder, so those heroes got 10% discount. And he is now working for the Dread Visage, which has significantly reduced the enemy armor and damage. It's completely reduced the damage and armor actually of nearby units. But only if you're nearby the Nazgul or the army. And the other mineshaft is going down, so now Carnage got problems. Or Cartoug got problems. He got to do something with those units that he's able to do with Battle Wagon. Of course, he cannot get into the pikes. And in the same time, he gets to attack his opponent. Definitely this player has been not attacked at all. Kira is dealing decent amount of damage. He forces his opponent to go back. He doesn't allow him to deal any kind of damage. Actually, his teammate doing exactly the same. He's trying as much as possible to take down those Warg Riders, and it's working out with this Nazgul. Battle Wagon will be taken down. And now it's going to be harder and harder. We get lots of resources also for Cartoug for some reason. I don't know why. But there is some reason that we got lots of resource for him. He spends 2k at the moment. For what exactly? I don't know. Battle Wagon and the pikes cost like 800. And now we got lures on the battlefield. Level 4 already, so he already got crippled, and we can see Carnage being used. This is why Kira pointed out to his teammate that this is a difficult thing to do. You can trample all those units, but how about lures? But when he's already Carnage, it's not that hard to kill him. He can only cripple your hero, which is in this case Nazgul, and that's it. He will not be able to deal any kind of damage. Battle Wagon trying to get another Banekari, get 5 power points at the moment, going for Archer range. On the other side, as we can see, Kira got 5 power points by himself. It may be War Chant, it may be Eye of Sauron, maybe nothing. I'll definitely go for another 5 power points, tier 1 power point, to just increase the damage output for my units. My units are pretty squishy, which are only orcs and pikes, and I would like definitely some kind of units that can definitely deal damage towards structures. You can go for Tavern, you can go for Troll Cage, whatever you like at this point, but damage output is pretty important over here. On the other side, it seems that Isengard, he was able to cripple those Nazguls, not really, and they got just dismounted and killed those pikes. It's not good on the side of Isengard, it seems. And Larry got another Uruk bit while he possessed the Devastation. He already used it wisely and pretty decent with 2k in his bank. But after that, oh, you got to get out with your lures, definitely. You don't want to lose lures at this point. Almost level 5, almost leadership. I know that leadership will be denied by the Dread Visage of the Nazgul, but if you only will be able to take down Nazguls from the battlefield, that the leadership will be definitely useful. So there we go, glowing defensively. As we can see, first mineshaft, the main mineshaft that Dwarf was able to create, been taken down. He's forced to create a wall hub with a builder, which wasted, at least for now, 800 resources, and he's really stuck in his base. Dwarf would like to do something, but he's not able to do it. And builder will be catch and killed. A really nice macro out of noobgod, whoever he is. Nicknames changed from time to time. Corsairs on the battlefield, and I think, yeah, the half warriors will be taken down. Slump in use defensively. Nazgul been killed, or it's low in health. No, it's just low in health, and he will just retreat. And Carnage was used on the side of lures. And so Kira just getting away. He knew that he deals enough damage, and he got another side to deal with, so he can retreat and think about his next move. While Dwarf completely he can do nothing. This is really sad on the side of Mordor, on the side of Dwarves, in my opinion. The builder is stuck here. Your opponent got 10 power points, which means only one thing, which is ISTARI. He got 3 heroes. Has he 4 heroes without Doomsday Spear? So no discount for heroes for him, which is really weird. If you're going for heroes, definitely get the discount if you know that this is your idea. And the builder, I guess he will end up creating this wall hub. No cancellation, so he is not wasting that much money, but he will not be able to get away. Another mineshaft. This is the only mineshaft that will work out at the moment. noobgod used his Tandland over there. There are no pikes in the army of Isengard, and Wargride has been taken down. Cripple was used, but I guess defensively, and there are 3 Nazguls on the battlefield. Unusual to see nowadays. 3 Nazguls. Forgeworks will be taken down, and it seems that Dwarf decided to protect his base. He's not going to attack the opponent's base. And this is really sad on the side of Dwarves, I guess. Dwarf is really good in rushing, really good in early game. But later on, if you allow your Mordor opponents to do whatever they want, it's going to be just harder and harder. And this is what we can see there. Dwarf is not able to move forward with his units. He's only stuck in his base, giving level up to those heroes. Corsairs dealing damage to structures. Furnace, not really big of a health here. For Furnace, it's 2000 health, 2000 and a half. So it's not a big of the deal. Of course, more than a slaughterhouse. And there is the last attempt, the last attack actually. But Red Visage will just be there, and Rallying Call will be completely useless. Also, Raw is here to be used, and this is pretty decent to be used, which is going to happen. And this is enough, actually. This is enough. I mean, this fortress even may be taken down, but it's not going to change the outcome of the game. And here we go. Slam attack. The other Nazgul should be here to just debuff those units. I mean, he doesn't have any kind of unit to take down the Gloin at this point of the game, but he doesn't really need to. Devastation was used aggressively actually, which is not the case. Okay, Fortress will be taken down, and he will receive level 6 and a helmet. Great job. At least something just happened out of Dwarven player, but there is no follow-up. So there is no way that noobgod will be defeated. And this is ultimately what you are looking for. And I guess this is also a pinnacle of Dwarven invasion over here in this game. Let's check the power points. noobgod got nothing, and we got Witch King on the battlefield. It means that, yeah, he gives his teammate also the resources for the other fortress, just for the industry, I suppose. And Lurs is here, being killed by the Witch King. Watcher been summoned. Kira pointed out to his teammate that he's supposed to create a fortress in the corner of the map, but now it's completely waste of time. Do not waste time to just demolish this fortress and recreate it somewhere else. Dwarf will lose his signal fire, so nearby flying units like, for example, this Witch King will heal up near the single fire pretty quickly. It's not that fast as the heal for the fortress, but it's still way better. And of course you get vision, so it's a great job. And now Isengard is flourished, I guess. He creates tons of units, was able to take down a couple of structures, forces both of his opponents actually to stay in the base of the player over here. And noobgod has been defeated for some reason. Maybe he was leaving. On the other side, once again, dwarf got troubles. Problem of dwarves, not able to do match. He was able to take down fortress, but at the point when it doesn't actually matter that much. Cartoug just pointed out to his teammate that he will need an assist, and actually he may need an assist to take down a couple of those heroes. And what is that Mordor plays the luckiest catapults. This is definitely something that you're supposed to have if you want to destroy the fortress. Not doing it with units. Buildings in 1.09 are tougher, and it's pretty easy to take down the fortress with catapults that got increased range from 1.06. So it's something that you're supposed to have in mind. Just use catapults if it's possible. And now it's pretty weird because we got 2 versus 1, while Mordor got already decent amount of power points, as we can see, and resources are not going to be an issue. Although because his teammate left him, there is only 1 industry, but he got also the almighty signal fire. I mean almighty because those power points will be regained faster. Look at this entire right company almost. Tons of Nazguls. How many of them? 6? Okay, so now Isengard got to think about his teammate also. So he got almost 10 power points. This is going to be industry that will be used on the mineshaft of his teammate in order to allow him to flourish and do something with himself. We saw that dwarf can deal decent amount of damage even after pressure and take down the fortress of the opponent, which is unusual and shouldn't happen. But the game is unexpected. Hearth is pretty decent idea if you want to help your teammate heal up near the fortress, near his base, but of course he may create his own heal on the fortress. I don't think so that anyone will take care about those Nazguls from the entirety of this game. There are too many Nazguls on this field, and the Mouth of Sauron. You're gonna have a pikes. This builder will heal up. Hold the Kingsman in the base of your teammate in order to support yourself. We got devastation ready, and it should be used once it's completed over there, just to get yourself 2k in the bank and do something with it. Because still, if it's going to be longer and longer, Mordor can definitely use it to his advantage. We got on the side of Mordor barrage already, upgraded double fortress. This fortress is from his teammate, so he doesn't create this fortress by himself, but well, while you got a fortress, you can also upgrade the fortress. And I guess we got Grond on the battlefield. Yeah, Grond is like another fortress. He used to break down gates, not really, he used to break down everything. So we got mobile fortress. It's like a mobile fortress and the toughest structure in the game actually. Mobile The toughest structure in the game, fortress. The most expensive unit in the game also. And so here goes Grond. And there is no way they will stop the Grond. There is no way actually. Barrage will be definitely used on the fortress, and I guess that this Grond will take down everything. I will not go for Grond, I will go for catapults, but well, you got tons of resources, you got the resources and resource structures of a teammate, so you may do it as well. Yeah, he will trample everything. Devastation is not working on the structures, so because the Grond is a structure and not a unit, it's not going to work on it. 2 hits and unupgraded fortress is almost gone, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, like 2 hits, 3 hits to be exact. But look at the health of the fortress, and the fortress is gone. And you're just moving forward. You don't want to lose Grond, but it's really hard to save him at this point. Is he going to do it? Is he going to move back? No, he's moving forward. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. He will just trample those units. And 25 power points for him at the moment. Nazguls are trampling things also. Pretty funny. Witch King get level 5 out of this all, and he will retreat also. We got Lures here, we got Glowing on the level 9 almost, and Gimli which is level 2 only. And we got a builder over here that Mordor of course saw. Some counterattacks that doesn't really make anything. Grond will be recreated, I guess, because there is another fortress to be taken down. Balrog is available for the Mordor player, and he's just leveling up this Witch King, I suppose. Oh, here we go. Gorgord Spire spell, taking down a couple of units. Not the greatest aim, but still. The purpose is to intimidate your opponent. Take down builders. Is there another builder in Mineshaft? Not really. Is there another builder anyway? Yes, there is a builder. So this builder is going down. The other builder. Come on, take it down. What are you doing? Here we go. Really good job. And well, Witch King low in health, and mounted was too late. He got to pick up when he mounted, so this is why he was killed by Carnage, and Carnage is a splash damage, so this is also the case. We get some Felbeast on the battlefield, and Axe Throw dealing decent amount of damage. But he could also wait for the Slayer to appear and then use the Axe Throw attack. Of course, it's not going to kill anyway, this Felbeast, but it's lowered health even more. Loris is backing up. Lots of Corsairs on the battlefield. I would like some transitions. I know that he's going for Grond and everyone knows that. But some transitions towards Trolls, Moma kills, whatever, just to make it more funny. Oh, Glowing got level 10, but he's not going to be able to use it. And Gimli with Slayer will get away. And here we go. Grond on the battlefield, everyone heard it. And more Corsairs. Only 2 taverns, and all those Corsairs are here, so that's pretty nice spam over there. On the point of Larry, he got White Smeldana that he's not using. He bought himself Vision of Palantir to saw the structure of the opponent. He could definitely use it over there and take down some structure, get some resource out of Pelage. And a Watcher should be waiting for the devastation. You devastate units and then trying to deal some damage. Gimli low in health. Actually no, but without Slayer he's not able to deal that much damage. Fortress, and I guess I lost track of the lures. He's been taken down. What a bad casting here. But here we go, Balrog on the battlefield. Let's see if the Ignite will be used as the first spell, what it's supposed to be. And here we go, Ignite been used. So nothing you can do. Breath of Fire, dealing decent amount of damage, killing multiple units. Grond is on the way also. Gimli been taken down, so no more leadership. Fear a bit, and now he's aiming for the fortress. While Grond is going to finish off the fortress of the Isengard. Using Watcher for fun, and the fortress is gone. Cartoug has been defeated. Another Ignite to double the buff, double the damage. And well, this is it. This is exactly what we are going to see. Is he going to trigger his opponent to get away? Just get the Grond to do it? To do it all? I mean, there is a builder, but it's not like he's not going to recreate a fortress when you get Grond on the battlefield and tons of resources. It's not gonna happen. So Balrog disappear. But you got already 15 power points, barrage ready, Tandalon ready. And game over. Lar has been defeated also. So this is it, half an hour game with Grond, without a teammate. You may say that this, I don't want to sound cocky, but that was the point when the teammate already wasn't really needed because they deal that much damage towards Dwarves especially that he couldn't even get out of his base, and when he does, he was able to take down the fortress. So I think that kudos for him and credits to the Dwarven player that was trying his best in the really tough situation. He was just closing his base from the entire game and only like 2 times from the very beginning, and later in the mid game he was able to get out of his base actually and deal some kind of damage. And once he takes down the fortress, it was really significant. Especially it was like a mid game, so he shouldn't supposed to do it, shouldn't supposed to be allowed to do it actually. But he was able to achieve this goal. But anyway, it was pretty entertaining. Although this Grond thing, and I'm using the Grond, not the greatest thing, but also your opponent just allows you to do it, right? And your teammate by leaving also. So I think this is it. And this is the case over here, at least in this replay. Anyway, thank you for watching, hope you enjoy, and see you soon. Bye bye.